Hello everyone, I welcome to you in the fashion design zone classes. This is Mr. Ubaid and today I came to you with a very essential class, especially for those students who is studying in the Bachelor of Fashion and Apparel Design. In this tutorial we will learn about the full concept and from start to end development of the mood board. So we will learn about all the process of the complete mood board development. So before starting the session, let's have a clear the concept of the mood board. As you are the student of the fashion design, you will be already aware about the word mood board. So mood board is a physical collage of ideas that's commonly used in field of fashion design, interior and graphic design. The very first visual, conceptual, communicating and guiding collage for a designer is called as mood board. The fashion designer communicate their story by the shapes, surfaces, colors, textures and feel by introducing it into a specific design. So why mood board plays a very essential role in the fashion industry? There are the following reasons to create a mood board. First of all, it helps to establish a strong foundation. Mood boards are used as visual inspiration for creative objects. They can also be used for things like competitor analysis. Sometimes it's even beneficial to create a few mood boards. Highlights various different elements of the projects so that you can provide a holistic visual landscape before starting of your design. Secondly, it helps to clarify the vision. Having a mood board on display helps to remind you the original focusing entities of design. Looking at your mood board regularly can also help in remind you of the focusing elements of design. Third, very important factors is that it helps to make collaboration easy. A picture is worth 1,000 words is extremely relevant when it's come to mood board. Sometimes, while you can try and explain how you want a design to look or try to illustrate a concept, the clearest form of an explanation is through visual explanations. This could be because the majority of the population are visual learners. They involve clients. Fourth one, very essential factors for the essentiality to develop a mood board is that they involve clients in the process early on. If you have been commissioned for a project, you want to ensure that your client is clearly briefed on your ideas as early as possible. The clearest way to communicate your concept or ideas is to visually present them to your client. So there are the following essential steps which would be required to accomplish the development of the mood board. The first step to clear a mood board is the selection of theme. By listening the word theme, the question arises in mind that what is theme? So let me explain you the word theme. Theme is basically a basic or central ideas which helps the designer to innovate the visual, conceptual and inspirational objectives of design. That is called the theme. Theme plays a central role to collect your elements of inspirations So let us decide the theme of our mood board, that is the nature's beauty. So as we have selected the themes of our mood board, the nature's beauty, so we have to collect all the inspirational elements regarding these themes. Let me explain you about the sources of inspiration. Inspiration plays a very essential and attractive factors in any types of design. So basically there are the 4 pillars to develop an inspiration of any objective designs. So there are the 4 pillars to develop an inspiration in your objective designs. So these are as follows. First of all, you have to select the beautiful shapes as per the selection of your themes, because shapes is the very first step to create any types of inspirations in your objective design. After the selection of shapes, the second very important factor to inspire your design is the selection of the surfaces of your objective designs. So as per the requirement, according to your themes, the selection of the surfaces you have to decide. Next very important factor is the selection of the colors from the natural beauty and develop the color palette with the selective colors. And the final one, very important pillar to develop an inspiration in your design, is the selection of the natural feel. After the combination of all these 4 elements into your objective designs, you can be able to create a very beautiful and inspirational designs into the world. So to develop all these things, a mood board plays a very essential role during the period of your design and its development. So if you want to develop the mood board, so you have to collect all these inspirational elements from the internet or websites. For example, the very most and famous and popular website is the Pinterest. As you can see here that I have collected a lots of inspirational shapes, surfaces, colors and textures with the help of the Pinterest website, and I have applied all these elements of inspiration into our objective design with the help of Photoshop software. So as you can see here, I have already applied inspirational elements into our objective designs with the help of Photoshop software. So let's have a look. First of all, you have to go to the Pinterest website and you have to collect all these inspirational elements from the different websites, and then you have to create a folder and you have to save it into your system. After finishing this task, you have to come to your Photoshop. Photoshop is a raster based graphical design software. We will have to use that. As you can see here, this is the Photoshop CC 2018. So we have to double left click over there and we have to open this software. As you can see that the Photoshop software has been the user interface of the Photoshop software has been appeared into the screen. Now what we have to do, first of all we have to open our objective designs. So you have to go to the web pen drive and mood board items, and then you have to select your objective designs, and then it will be appear into the screen. Next very important thing is that first of all, again you have to go and open the Inspirational Elements, and we have to open it. Now first of all we have to resize this image. For that purpose we have to go to the image, size, and then we have to resolution, we have to change it up to 300, and we have to minimize and check it, and here we can put here 3000, and reduce the noise total, and then OK. You have to press the Z and Alt to zoom out. Now the next very important thing is that we have to come to our layer, and you have to come here and left click there, and we have to go to the hue and the saturation, and we have to open this panel. After opening the panel of saturation, so we have to decrease the saturation up to -100, and then close this panel. Similarly we have to go to the icon, and we have to open the curves, and then we have to provide them shadow, like this. After that we have to close this one, and then we have to go to the file, save as, and desktop, and we have to save it. After saving all these things, we have to remove this lock. Press the shift button and select all these 3 layers, and you have to go to the merge visible. After the accomplishment of this task, you have to come to this texture, which is the natural inspirational textures and the shapes. So we have to go to the image, and we have to resize the image of this object also. So we have to change here the resolution at 300, and here 3000. After changing the resolution and the size, we have to OK it, and we have to press the Alt button and left click to zoom out this object. Now we have to go to the move tools and left click, come to this taskbar, and you have to drag and drop. As you can see, this textures, natural inspirational textures has been dropped into this panel. After dropping it here, we have to disappear it. As you can see here, eye icon, we have to close that. After that, very important factor is that we have to select our objective shapes of the design. So with the help of the pen tools, we will be able to zoom in our objects. Now we have to go to the pen tools and left click over there, and we have to start making selection of the shapes. Press the Alt key to change the anchor point, and then Alt key again we have to press. Press Alt key to change the location or position of your anchor point. Press the Alt key. location of the anchor point. And then from this scroll bar we can move up and down. And then again press the Alt key to change the anchor point position. And like this. And then press the Alt key. Control Z. Similarly. Change the anchor point position. And with the help of this plan tool likewise, we can make a selection of our objective design. Press Alt key and change this hand of the anchor point. Press Alt key, change the position of the anchor point. Likewise, we have to make the selection. After making the selection of all these objects, you have to come here to this layers and we have to press the Ctrl J. We have to delete this layer and we have to right click, make selection, and the feather radius should be 0.5 pixels and then OK. After that we have to press the Ctrl J. As you can see that the duplicates of floor has been modified. So next very important factor is that we have to go to this path and right click, make selection, and then come to this layer and we have to open our textures and we have to apply the layer mask. Now next very important operation is that we have to go to the pick move tool and we have to come to this blending mode, and we have to change its difference. So as you can see, very beautiful and attractive displacement of our designed inspirational elements has been applied to our objective designs. With the help of the same repeated process, you can apply to all your objective designs after the combination of all these inspirational elements as like shapes, surfaces, colors and texture. Now we have to save it. If you want to do any further changing or modifications, you can do with the help of this software. And then now we have to export. After accomplishment of this task, we have to export this design. So we have to go to the export and export as. All the settings of this panel you have to keep as it is, only you have to change the format, whatever format you want, JPG, PNG and PDF. So as our desire, we have selected the format as a PNG, and then we have to, you can change the size. We have to keep as usual as the original, and then export all. Then you have to select the destination or destinated folders and then save it. Now you can see that our objective designs, whatever we have done, we have applied all the inspirational elements and we have exported it into a PNG format. Similarly, as you can see here, all the images I have edited as per our mood board themes demand as a nature's beauty. Similarly, we have to apply all the inspirational elements into your objective designs with the help of Photoshop software. After the application of all these texture, shapes, surface to your objective designs, then next very important operation is the selection of the boards. So let me introduce you about another software that is called the CorelDRAW software. With the help of CorelDRAW, even you can do work in Photoshop also, but with the help of, as you are the learners, as a students, I will introduce you about the CorelDRAW software also. As you can see here, we are having the icons of the CorelDRAW. We have to double left click over there, and then the user interface of the CorelDRAW 2020 will appear in front of you. So now we have to decide the mood board size. So for that purpose, as you can see here, new document panel is here. We have to double left click over here. After that, new panel will appear. So now you have to give the name as a mood board. Now we have to decide the dimensions of our mood board as a 0 size. After the decision of this, we have to select the orientation, and then we have to now the mood board. So page will appear as per your selection, and after that we have to double left click the rectangle tools, as you can see here, and then we can change the colors. And you have to come to the interactive fill tools, and then we can do some changes as our requirement. And then finish it. Now very important things is that we have to come to this panel that is called the menu bar, and we have to press the plus button from keyboard, and then we have to come to this dimension box, and we have to press the /4 and hit the enter button. Next very important things is that we have to change the outline of this rectangle as a 5, and then we can change the colors also. After the variation of these things, we have to press the control button, and then right click, and then new panels will appear. In the same way, we have to select again this rectangle. We have to press the control button, and we have to keep it like this. very important factor is that we have to divide this rectangle, as we can increase it like this, and then we have to divide it by 2, and then hit the enter button, and what we have to do, we have to select this rectangle, press the shift button and select this one, and then we have to realign it. We have to left click over here, so align panel will appear, and we have to give it the side. And then after that we have to left click over this rectangle, and again we have to press plus button from keyboard, and then press the control and drag by the mouse, and right click to generate the duplicates. Now as we can see here that in the same way we have to repeat the process. We have to delete this one, and we have to select this rectangle and press the plus button from keyboard, and then by control pressing, and we have to drag, and we have to realign to this side. And after that again we have to press the plus button from keyboard and press the control, left click, drag, and we have to realign it in a proper place. Right. Okay. Now very important things is that we have to divide this rectangle into 3 equal parts. So for that purpose we have to come to this dimension box, and then /3 and hit the enter button. After that we have to press the shift button, and we have to select this rectangle, and we have to fix it to the top. Again we have to repeat the process. Select that rectangle, press the plus button from keyboard, and then we have to drag and drop by over here. Similarly we have to press the plus button from keyboard and press the control, and we have to reposition it over here. In the same way we have to repeat the process for this rectangle also. We have to go to this dimension box and press the /3 and hit the enter button. By pressing control button and reposition that rectangle at the proper place. Press the plus button from keyboard and press control and drag it by the left click and drop it over here. Again press the plus button from keyboard to generate duplicates of that rectangle. Control and drag and reposition it over here. Now in the same way we have to repeat the process to the both rectangle also. We have to go to the dimension box, divide by 3, /3 and hit the enter button, and then press the control and we have to reposition it over there. Similarly we have to press the control button, or no need to press control, we have to simply by pressing control button we have to drag and reposition it and drop it over here. Come to this panel, and similarly we have to go to the dimension box, /3 and hit the enter button, and then press the control and right click to generate duplicates. After that, as we can see here, the most of the outlines has been completely ready. this point, we have to draw rectangle, come to the outline 5, and we have to change the color of the outline. Okay, after that, very essential things is that we have to go to the shape tool and tools, add it, convert to curve, and we have to position to this middle, and you have to go convert to curve, and like this we have to hold this anchor position, and then we can change the color of this piece. Similarly, we have to select this rectangle, convert to curve, shape tool, and we have to match it up to the middle and convert to curve, and like that we have to rearrange it, and we have to fill the color. Same thing, we have to come to this downward and take the midpoint, convert to curve, and we have to draw a shape. Finally, we have to come to this panel, and then we have to go to the shape tool, left click, convert to curve, and like this we have to convert it into. After finishing overall work, so next very important things, we have to go to the rectangle tool, and from here to here, draw rectangle, go to the outline and change the color of outline, and go to the shape tool and hold this anchor point, and like this round shape you give it. Take a text tool, and you have to change the font size 100 point, and font styles also we have to change, and then you have to type here the themes of your mood board, nature's beauty. Import all the elements of the inspirations of the mood. So we have to go to the file and import, and select the pen drive, mood board collection, large icon, and then so we have to collect all these edited elements. So first of all, we are selecting this one and we are importing it over here. Similarly, we have to repeat the process. File, import, and we have to import the inspirational shapes and the textures. Okay. Next, we have to resize it as per the shapes of our objects, and right click, power clip inside, and finish it. Now we have to go to the edit again, and we have to finish it. Now we have to apply this texture whatever we have inspired these articles with the help of that texture. These are our textures. We have to right click, power clip inside, and we have to go to the edit menu, and then we can edit, resize, and finish it. Similarly, we have to go to the file, import, and we have to import the object, and we have to resize it, and we have to take the inspirational element as a texture, shapes, and surfaces by whom we have inspired, as like this one, and we have to import it over here, and we have to resize it. After resizing it, we have to right click, power clip inside, and we have to edit, and we have to match the outlines with this panel, and then finish it. Similarly, we have to apply this texture into the moodboard. So right click, power clip inside, repeat the process, file, import, and then we have to select the objective. Right click, power clip inside, edit, and then finish it. Okay, and now we have to go to the file, import, and we have to import related to this image natural shapes and colors and textures inspired by the natures. Right click, power clip inside, and we have to power clip it over here. Go to the edit menu. If you need any further changes, you can do with the help of this process, like this. Comfortable, then you can finish it. Similarly, we have to go to the file, import, and we have to import this image, and we have to resize it. And then finish it. After that, again we have to go to the import menu. We have to select this image, and we have to resize it. Right click, power clip inside, and we have to go to the edit, and then we can change for different changes. After that, we have to finish it. We have to go again, file, import, and we have to import the shapes of the nature. Right click, power clip inside, edit menu, and we have to edit this, finish it. After that, we have to go again, file, import. We have to select this image, and we have to import it. Select, and we have to put it over here. Now, very important things is that we have to select this image, right click, or clip inside, edit menu, and then we can edit it. very important inspirational element. Yes, we have to select this one and import it over here. Right click, power clip inside. Arrangement of all these elements of the mood board, as you can see that very beautiful and attractive types of mood board has been successfully designed. Next very important things is that we have to make ready the color palettes of this mood board. It's a very simple task. You come to the ellipse tools, press the control button and draw an ellipse. Reposition it into the center, change the outline. After changing the outline of this ellipse, now you have to press the go to the pick tool, shift, press the control button, and we have to right click to generate duplicates. After that we have to press the Ctrl R to repeat this process. Okay, now what is the dimensionality? We have to go to the pick tools and we have to pick any color and we have to insert over here. Like this we can be able to create the color palettes. So whatever is very highlighted colors of the objective, so we have to collect it and we have to similarly we have to again we have to come to this place and we have to select the colors. As you can see that by this process we became able to create the color palettes also. Now very important things, we have to go to the pick tools and we have to select the entire object and then we have to convert it into a group. So we can see very beautiful and attractive types of mood board we have completely developed with the help of Photoshop and CorelDRAW softwares. Now very important things is that we have to export this file. As you can, if you want printout of this mood board, you can directly print with the option of print. If you want convert, export this file, so you can export it also. We have to export this file into our pen drive, mood board collection, and then we have to get multiple types of the formats of the file, so you can select PNG and JPG and different types of file formats is available. And then we can export it. So we have to change the name as a mood board. That new panels will appear in front of you. You have to know any changes in this, only you have to press the OK button. By this method we become able to create a very beautiful and Next very important part is that I have forgot to tell you, we have to write some codes. The best way of finding the inspirational elements of design is the nature's beauty. So if you want code, write some quotations. So you can write over here. You can change this up to 24, and font style, so we have to change it. And we can write the best way to find out the inspirational element is the nature's beauty. Do any further changes to this text, like you want to change it. You can change the colors. Completely designed. You can group it and then you can export it as earlier I have already explained. I hope that this class will be very much helpful and supportive to you for your career, future career development.